And welcome back to Subculture. Well, there's a band touring around Australia at the moment who have just dropped their debut album, and we know that you are going to love these guys, so we thought we would get Live Like Animals on the phone to chat a little bit about this amazing new album. So, welcome to the show, Nick, Ryan, and Brendan.
Hey, thank you.
Now, guys, thank you so much for joining us today, especially because I know you guys have got a show tonight. So, first of all, good luck with the show, but thank you so much for taking the time to come on our show today. Let's kick off by talking a little bit about this brand new album. Tell us a little bit about what you guys were talking about when you headed into the studio to work on this album.
This album, we've been writing the songs for this album for we've been writing them for quite a while before we went into the studio. It's just been a combination of all the songs that we've been working on over the last couple of years before recording. They were just really fun. We just had a lot of fun in the studio with them. It was great just being able to explore loads of different kind of musical avenues, and we really wanted to create an album where no song was the same, and every single song had a completely different spin and completely different sound to it, so we could explore all those creative avenues that we love.
Yeah, and the best part about it as well is we really wanted to create an album that wasn't just one specific group of people. It was something that no matter what you like to listen to, what you're sort of into, what you like and what you don't like, there's always at least going to be one song on the album that you're going to really love or you're going to really be able to connect with. So just trying to write for as many people as possible was really interesting and so awesome to do.
It kind of really works for us here at Subculture because it means we can play some of your tracks on our Sunday morning breakfast show and other tracks on our After Dark heavy show. So were you guys kind of worried a little bit that it might make the album difficult to kind of get out there because people wouldn't know what to expect with each track?
I guess in a way, maybe a tad, a little bit, but I think that was almost part of the appeal for us. We really liked the idea of having something that might be a bit out there and a bit
risky.
Really big risk.
The reception for it has been great so far. Anyway, I think the main contributing factor to having everything just like a little bit different has definitely been the fact that we can reach so many different audiences with it.
Yeah.
I don't think people were knowing what to expect with Live Like Animals when we were coming into our first body of work anyway. And this is definitely our first like foray into a larger LP or EP exploration, and now they know we do everything. So yeah.
I didn't mean that as a negative at all, guys. I meant that as a positive because I love an album like that. And I guess, does that reflect the kind of music that you all listen to? Like, do you all have very, very vastly different tastes in music?
Yeah, super eclectic. I'm definitely the heavy guy. We have the indie and the indie and the pop as well with us. Yeah. So we have like pretty much every style of music that we listen to covered with this album. I think it's just when we get to the point of mixing them all together, you still know that it sounds like Live Like Animals. It's still Nick's voice. It's still the arrangements of the synths that tie everything together, and it still sounds like us. So yeah.
Nick, during the vocals, because of all the different genres on the album, does that kind of make live shows interesting for you, having to go from fast to soft, etc., when you're doing a live show?
Yeah, it does. It does make things. It makes things quite fun. To be honest, but it is good, especially sometimes after I might have done a really energetic, heavy track, and then I know, all right, I've got a chill one coming up. I can take a breather for a moment, even. But I love that. I love being able to get up on stage and getting to show a whole bunch of different emotions, and just have so much fun with it.
So, guys, tell us a little bit about some of the themes that are explored on this album, because there's some pretty deep tracks, like lyrically here on this album. Tell us a little bit about some of the themes that you wanted to explore on this album.
Well, I think mental health was the biggest theme overarching the entire album. I came up with the idea of having 6 different rooms of the mind, and each room relating to a different kind of feeling or emotion. And then the songs kind of just came from there. It was kind of creating a journey of starting at one end of kind of a poorer mental state and finishing in a slightly healthier, better place. So those sort of things were really important. I put a lot of my own personal feelings and emotions and experiences into those songs, so they're all very special to me.
How did you find that experience writing from such a personal point of view, knowing that so many people would be listening to what's almost like a diary entry? Did you find that a bit of a challenge for yourself internally?
It was scary at times, and I certainly have written a couple of drafts of these songs in the past, and I had Ryan coming over and telling me, he said, you need to look deeper. He says it's good, but he's always pushing me to look deeper and get right to the bone of things, which was a challenge, but I love being pushed to do that, and I'm so happy with the result. It's really the fact that I can get that out there has almost been quite cathartic in a way, especially with a few songs, having them out in the world. It's a scary thing, but I almost feel like it's helped me out having those very raw emotions out into the world.
You kind of touched on it a little bit there, but I was going to ask Brendan and Ryan, what was that like when Nick were bringing those really personal lyrics to the table for you guys to read and know what journey he's been on?
Yeah, so these songs, as we said before, we've been writing these songs for a good period of time, and I've known Nick probably longer than anyone else in the band, and we met in high school and all that. So me and Nick were very comfortable writing together, and I've known his stories, I've known his past, I've known the journey, I know sort of the deeper understandings of all the songs, and when it came down to writing them, and Nick would he would start writing the songs off first, get the bass of it all, and then he would come to me and we'd sort of see gel it out type thing. Every time that he would bring something in, I'd always just want to know more. I always want to know deeper. It seems I sort of end up being a bit of the therapist of the band nearly. I sort of ask those, but what happens when you go into this? So it's been really interesting. It's been a journey that both me and Nick's friendship has definitely come into, and we've both learned so much more about each other. It's one of those things it's sort of an honor. It's a really special thing to sort of be in that creative space and be able to make something like that flourish, make Nick's voices and opinions and how he feels on the inside come out, because I know, at least for me, and I know for Nick as well, this is our therapy, per se. Writing music and playing music and doing music, as much as, it's fun and it's awesome, it also is really important to us mentally. It's how we sort of get our feelings out, how we sort of figure out what's going on in our heads, and we sort of do it together, and it really does become this beautiful thing. And the byproduct of that is the album that you're listening to. It's the music that comes out. It's raw. It's real. We're not faking anything. There's no story that we make up arbitrarily. It all comes from a real place, and I think that's really beautiful and amazing to have.
I guess this is a question for all of you. Have you had fans come up to you and say, these lyrics have spoken to me, I've been through that journey, or I'm going through that journey as well?
I've had that happen a couple times, once or twice after shows, or sometimes people that have been really liking the album and might not have seen them for a while. It's definitely something different, definitely something that I'm definitely not used to, having someone tell me that something that I've written has connected with them so much and helped them out. But it's definitely quite an indescribable feeling, I'd say. It's really nice. It's really nice to know it made a difference in some sort of little way.
Awesome. Now, I mentioned before that you guys are out on the road at the moment, supporting Rin Rin and also The Last Martyr. Tell us a little bit about how those shows have been for you guys, and what you're looking forward to for doing for these shows as well.
Yeah, so this the show in Melbourne got cancelled, so we got split in half. Our touring party got really sick, and that includes Rin Rin as well. Rin herself got really sick. The show got cancelled yesterday. The Last Martyr is still going ahead though, which is really great. So we're playing 2 shows in between in Newcastle and Canberra. They're going to be headliners, and then we're just going to join the Last Martyr when they come into Sydney. I know the Last Martyr are playing a show in Melbourne at the moment. They're going to be playing tonight, but the Rin Rin show was going to go ahead, but that one just could not work. We touring party got sick. There's not really much we could do about it, but we have played the whole album start to finish in Sydney a little while ago with Red Hook, and I think it's like the perfect set for us so far. Like, the response from the crowd has been pretty incredible, and we just want to showcase the whole album start to finish as a live band. I think it translates really well live.
Great. Now, guys, I know we are running out of time very quickly, so I guess 2 quick questions to finish off. If people want to grab a copy of Modern State of Mind, where can they go to grab a copy, first of all?
Streaming services is where you want to be at. I have many secrets and forward information that there may be vinyls on the way, so please just follow the socials and you will find something physical that you can get a hold of in the future. But at the moment, streaming is where you want to go. YouTube also has all of our visualizers as well if you want to see the kind of the visual connections of how we kind of made Modern State of Mind. So we're going to put up a bunch of BTS content on YouTube as well soon.
Awesome. Well, guys, to finish off, what would you like to say to people out there who are about to sit down and take a listen to the album for the first time?
Oh, well, I really, really hope that you enjoy it. That's what I would love to say. It's good to let yourself connect with the songs if you can, and just let that emotional journey hopefully start to take you over a little bit while you're listening. But
listen to it start to finish. Listen to the whole album from track 1 to track 10, and take some time, take the 27 and or so minutes to just sit down and listen to the album start to finish, and feel what you feel, and let us know how you like it.